What's up, my volatile vessels? Got another EX02 match for you guys. This time, Alphamon versus Imperial. I don't actually get to cast a lot of black decks. I feel like black's been of a color that's been pretty underpowered for a lot. I don't consider most black or Greymon decks to be black base or built, so they're just kind of red decks to me most of the time. So this Alphamon's like the tried and true only black deck that really like kind of lingers around. And it's got a decent matchup against yellow. I think Bandai tries to set up black to be the yellow counter, but it is what it is. Imperial finds his XVmon, but has to play 3 rookies to find it. Digivolve into Ultimate, into the Duck. He's got his board set up weird a little bit with the Tamers. He's got his is that his raising? Maybe that's his raising, and then he's got the actual Digimon out in front. When people like mess with the board state or like mess with board layout, it always confuses me. It's like the people in Magic that like play with lands in front or used to play lands in front. Like those people are just wrong, man. Like Tamers don't belong next to Digimon. Put them back, man. It's dangerous out there for them kids. So I think blue player is obviously stuck on greens or something, because that was an easy XVmon Joker's turn, I guess. No, I guess he still had to Digivolve it. But it's giving the black. This is giving the Alphamon deck so much time. So hopefully he has like his pieces. If he has the 6, just Digivolve into the 6 and start killing stuff, right? Like try to kill that Vmon for free if you have Doro Greymon. Okay, so yeah, his board state was a little weird looking, but it's fine. Alphamon, swing security. Gain. Oh, he used 2 memory to buff it to 13k. Then he blocks it to pass turn and gain 2 memory. Reboot. That's annoying. I feel like he shouldn't have spent the memory there just to like bait out the. I guess there's two lines of thought there. Don't use the memory to try to see if he blocks, so you counter it, or bait the block by offering up the trade to pass turn with the 2 memory. So I'm gonna assume he was going for the latter. He was baiting the block there because he knew his guy would reboot anyway, and there's no way the Imperial's gonna get over this Alphamon anytime soon. Especially since he's just clearly like stuck on green. Wait, but did he search for that? Did he find that? It's so hard. I feel like I need to start slowing these videos down, because that was a pretty easy turn to do what you need to do, but whatever. Alphamon for 2 swings, gain 2 memory. Digivolve in the back. I feel like he could have just played more greedy. And now Imperial's gonna win. Imperial's gonna win with 2 rookies and DNA Digivolving once, unless he just never found the Imperial. Wait, doesn't even swing with the jamming Vmon? Or the jamming XVmon? Oh, the blocker. Does the Alphamon has blocker. Okay. So it's just like hard locked. Oh, and the Doro. At the very least, the 5k blocker was stuck there. 5k blockers are so underrated. I think the problem is a lot of when it comes to blockers, like they're so good. Like blockers are really good in this format. However, they're kind of bricky because everyone's playing decks that like are very synergistic, and most blockers almost none of the blockers actually fall into those synergies. Like blue hybrid, like the only reason you run the Leomon is because it's cheap and has like a nuance to it that makes it really good. But like the 1-cost blockers, really, like those don't really get you anywhere, because you're not. Are you gonna give up an XVmon for that slot? No way. Alright, Digivolve into Doro Greymon. Alphamon doesn't restand, but he will reboot. So I think he'll reboot at least on his when he passes turn to his opponent. So now he'll have triple blocker out. He'll just have a wall of everything. Yep, so he's got, I'm pretty sure that Alphamon has blocker. So he's got triple blocker. The only way out of this for Imperial is to... I think Imperial just loses here. I don't see a way out of this. Digivolve XV, Digivolve a blue champion, DNA into Imperialdramon to tuck the little blocker. It's gonna hidden potential. So he committed to the play. He has to Digivolve, or no, he doesn't have to Digivolve. I guess fighter mode, busted. Okay, bring to hand, swing, restand. Suspend, draw, oh god, I hate green. I hate Imperial. It's so good. It's such a, it's Jessamon on crack, dude. Oh my god, it's Jessamon if Jessamon was consistent. I can't even say that. I feel like it's not even fair. Actually, no, I take that all back. You can't compare Imperial to Jessamon because Jessamon was very linear, and that was also part of the problem when it came to Jessamon performing well in tournaments. I feel like all it was make a Jessamon stack and then win. Whereas Imperial's like, okay, there's the awkward boards, but Imperial can still find ways around them. And that's when it gets just gross. Swing Imperial. Ugh. That's just so frustrating. Just watching this happen. And there's nothing that black player, oh, and Mega Death, dude. Oh, that's game. The black player had like the perfect board too. Like it's just such a good board against what the black player was doing, or what Imperial was doing, especially with like the slow handy hand. I guess he should have been more aggressive. Like that's the only thing you could say is that the Alphamon deck should have tried to find a way to be more aggressive. Like at least like, when you think about it, maybe he shouldn't have been spending the memory to buff up his Alphamon and just go for the risky play, because you have to play risky against Imperial. You're a tier 3 deck and minimum versus a tier 1 deck. You have to take those risks to win. So I feel like those swings where he would pay 2 memory to buff up his Alphamon were misplays. Because even in the turn where it was like he was like baiting the Leomon memory to like get the block or whatever you want, it's just, you know, he needed to gain that advantage from that memory. So not having that memory kind of slowed him down, because he was ahead on board like the whole time. Like that was undeniable. The problem is Imperial can do so much with so little, and that's why they're such a good deck. Whereas with the Alphamon, clearly like a full board still loses because it just doesn't quite do enough. So he needed ways to advance his board even more, and the only way I could have seen doing that is swing with Alphamon and actually gain the 2 memory to extend his plays. Like there was that turn where he could have, I think he could have digivolved all the way up into a second Alphamon without passing turn had he gained the 2 memory, or he was like 1 off maybe, I don't know. That was 2 minutes ago and I can't remember. But it's just things to think about. Like you gotta remember, if you're playing tier 2, tier 3 decks and you're playing the top 1 deck, the number 1 deck, you're at a disadvantage. Even if the board state is even, you are at a disadvantage because you are playing weaker cards. You are the weaker deck. So when you have a lead, you have to have a bigger lead, like, right? Like it's a very rough concept to just kind of like randomly explain, I guess, but like you are the weaker deck, so your lead, you have to be so much more ahead of your opponent to actually have a lead. Like you can argue like that board with double Alphamon and a 3rd blocker was insane. Like that guy Alphamon was in the lead in that board, right? Most people would think that, but Imperial was HBD and some HBD magic and gets there, you know what I mean? So it's just find ways to always push your lead and advance it, especially if you're playing a deck that's not as strong, you know? Food for thought. At the end of the day, like, he was playing safe. He was playing correct by most standards, I feel like. It's just Imperial is an insane deck, so you need to get ahead. And no, this is over. A very quick game too. There's no way Alphamon comes back from this. Like, see, like Imperial saw its best stack, right? It's all the, I think that's even the Labramon. So swing with like, ugh, so gross, man. Imperial, man, that's rough. That's such a good deck, dude. Imperial's strong. I know Blue Hybrid has been clapping, and I'm kind of biased because I play Blue Hybrid. I don't play Blue Stun. Blue Tommy Stun is the actual deck that's topping all the in the regional, all right? Not Blue Hybrid. Let's get our facts straight. I'm starting a revolution with that, man. Blue Tommy Stun is the problem, not Blue Hybrid. Yeah, low buffer game. There's nothing an Alphamon player can do, and there's nothing a lot of decks can do when Imperial just sees the nuts, right? It was a good game. See you guys next time. Let me know how you guys feel about pre-release videos, because I don't feel like I'm gonna record those too much because it's gonna be weird, but I'm definitely excited for BT9. And like, share, subscribe, and let me know what kind of content you guys want to see.